Good afternoon. I'm Monisa Cline here at the GBTA Broadcast Studio in beautiful San Diego here at GBTA Convention 2022. And joining me this afternoon, all the way from Ireland, is Mr. Joe Healy, who is the Chief Strategy Officer for Taxback International. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Great
to be here.
You. Hope you had a smooth trip coming over here to the U.S.
Sure did. Yeah, it was fantastic. Great to be back. First time since 2019.
It is. Well, we've got over 4,000 people here, and it's a great convention to reconnect, reimagine, recreate.
Absolutely.
Right?
Love GBTA.
Yeah. So first off, let's start off by learning a little bit about Taxback International. What is that all about?
Absolutely.
What do you guys do?
Taxback International, Irish company, as you mentioned, founded in Dublin in 1996, and we provide corporate VAT reclaim services to business travelers all over the world and corporates all over the world. We have operations in 30 countries, clients in 140 countries, and we recover value-added tax on travel expenses in 180 countries around the world. So
wow.
A massive geographic footprint.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Absolutely is.
Well, are there any new trends we should be aware of as it relates to T&E and VAT reclaim?
Yeah, absolutely. As you and I were just speaking about, most of the participants at the event this week will be very much aware of corporate VAT, value-added tax, and the opportunity to recover it all over the world on things like hotels, car hire, meals, entertainment, what have you. What people may not be so cognizant of is the fact that legislation is changing very fast all over the world. And tax offices globally are trying to stamp out fraud and what we call the VAT gap, and that is VAT not being paid to the government. So what they're doing is they've introduced an e-invoicing tools and technologies. Finally, the tax man has grasped the power of technology, and they're starting to digitize. So there will be a requirement, it's already started, so it's in the first phase of countries like Italy, Hungary, South Korea, Mexico, Chile, already have an e-invoicing platform, and that is a digital way of pushing transactions from the supplier to the buyer via the government. So it's B2B, B2G, and it's a fully digital exchange of invoices. So the invoice must be created digitally, and this doesn't mean a PDF. This means a fully digital line item with a huge amount of enhanced data in it. And then that must be pushed to a digital platform. So it must be created digitally, sent digitally to a digital platform, and go via the government platform as well. So be able to integrate with that. Now, how does that pose a problem for value-added tax reclaim? Well, we're all used to the conventional way of doing it, which is you receive your invoice at checkout, you scan it into your expense management system, we pull it out of your expense management system, we put it through our technology, and then we extract the amount of VAT that must be reclaimed, and we reclaim it from the tax office. That will no longer be possible because it will be a line item. So we'll still need to be involved to make sure that the line item is valid and that it contains all the right criteria, and then forward it to the tax office that way. So we must receive it digitally, and then we must claim digitally into the future. So companies will be asked to make that digital transformation now, with the view to, I would say by the end of 2024, half of the European Union and a lot of APAC and LATAM will already have fully embraced real-time reporting via e-invoicing. So
wow.
It's a huge challenge.
That is. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. I mean, we're talking billions.
Yes.
Some of our bigger customers, and we would deal with over 200 of the Fortune 500, they would have on average, I would say 20 million per annum to reclaim on value-added tax alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I recall seeing things in the news about fraud taking place in this space, right? So this kind of addresses a lot of that. Should minimize it, right?
Absolutely. So, that's the VAT gap that all the governments, and of course coming out of the pandemic, they're looking to see can they collect as much tax as they possibly can. So by getting paid all the VAT that they're owed is the way they see of doing this. So it's no longer a case of corporates having to justify their spend. It's a case of the tax office saying, justify to me that I must give it to you back. And it's a digital way of doing it.
Gotcha. So how can companies ensure that they do not have VAT reclaim opportunities blocked?
Absolutely. So very hard for tax departments to stay on top of this because they're busy with their day-to-day. Most corporations are going through their digital transformation now, reviewing their digital core. There's VAT compliance is changing. This is the filing of VAT returns in every country. We recover a lot of VAT in that way. So I would say a great way to do this, and a lot of travel buyers are already working very closely with their tax departments. I know our clients, we work hand in hand with the Director of Travel and the Director of Tax. So the conversation should start now, should start next week, the week after. Talking to the tax teams, what are you doing about our digital core? Have we an e-invoicing solution? Do we have a VAT Reclaim partner that has an e-invoicing solution? If so, can we get out ahead of this so that one day we don't find that we're blocked from recovering this because we didn't get out ahead of it on time?
Wow, wow. So what do you see as the future for this space?
So the future for this space for me is very much being able to do all of the VAT Reclaim in real time. So provided an organization gets their digital transformation right, they should be able to get back more VAT than ever and get it back in close to real time. So there's a bit of a time lag at the moment. You're waiting a period of anywhere between 1 and 3 months. But I would say if you have all of your technology in place, if you have the right partners in place, there's no reason why you incur the VAT today, you have it back in your bank account tomorrow.
Gotcha.
That's the future.
Wow. Well, it sounds like a lot's happening, all good things, obviously, making a difference post-pandemic. In closing, is there anything you'd like to say to this audience? You've got an opportunity to talk to over 4,000 people in the business travel industry. Any closing messages?
Certainly. What I would say is for sure have a look and have a conversation with your tax team. You're spending billions around the world in your travel day to day. You don't want to lose an opportunity to reclaim. So get those conversations started. There are companies out there like ourselves that are way out ahead of this, have all the technology in place, and can secure your VAT reclaim long into the future.
Great. Joe, a pleasure to speak with you. Thanks for taking some time with us. And I hope you have a successful convention.
I appreciate it. Thanks a million.
You're welcome. I'm Monisa Cline here at GBTA Broadcast Studio.